This episode of Brian's House is brought to you by FlyGrip. If you have an iPhone, an Android, really any smartphone, you'll love this thing. It's the coolest little gadget. It attaches to the back of the phone. You slip 2 fingers through it and your other hand is free. You can completely navigate with one hand and there's no juggling, no dropping because you're trying to click on something at the very top of the screen or anything. It's so cool. And it doubles as a kickstand, so you can watch my podcast while you're enjoying a cup of ramen noodles. So that's pretty cool. Quick story, and this is a true story. A guy on the subway in New York was texting the old-fashioned way, double thumbs, and the train suddenly came to a stop. He was thrown forward and all the way through the car and hit his head and died instantly right in front of everybody. If he would have had one of these, he would have been texting with one hand, and with the other hand, he would have been hanging on to one of those little hangy down loops that you're supposed to hang on to for safety, and he would be alive today. So don't tell me that this is just a cool gadget. This could save your life. Okay, I made that story up, but still, it could have happened. I didn't have to tell you that I made it up. So buy one of these things. Go to flygrip.com, use the promotion code BRIAN, B-R-I-A-N, and you will not only get free shipping, but you'll also get a really cool free case for your phone. You're welcome. Today's show is also brought to you by my good friends at adamandeve.com. If you're looking for some tasteful lingerie, pink handcuffs, or something with a bit more edge to it, wow. You will find it at adamandeve.com. And when you do make your order, use the promotion code SIDESHOW, one word, SIDESHOW, and you'll get 50% off just about any item there, plus free shipping. They'll throw in 3 free DVDs and an extra surprise gift. I don't even know what it is. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that it's the angled prostate vibrator. So go to adamandeve.com, America's most trusted source for adult products. Isn't that right, baby?
Get in the car, let's go to Brian's house. Brian's house. It ain't that far, let's go to Brian's house. Brian's house. He's so wise and kind. I wonder what is on his mind. No, please stop messing around so we can go to Brian's house.
Happy holidays and welcome to Brian's house. Let's go ahead and get started. I can't believe the year's already almost over. It went by so fast, and lots of things happened this year. 2011 was a wild year. The Middle East, all the stuff that went down there, Libya and Egypt, Tunisia, several other countries, major upheaval, government changes, and they called it the Arab Spring, which is a nice way of saying we're free to kill all the Jews and the Americans now. On an up note, they did agree to open a Cairo Disneyland. What else happened this year? The royal wedding, or as I like to call it, the parade of cool hats worn by ass hats. I think you could get HBO on this one. Yikes. Bin Laden was killed only 2 days after the royal wedding, and that was such a shame because they stopped talking about the wedding completely. And I was disappointed in only 2 months of round-the-clock coverage. Bin Laden killed on Obama's watch. So Obama had like one great week in the press. He had 7 days where he was on fire. He sucked balls the other 51 weeks, but at least he had that one good week. 7 days out of 365, which beats his record of 2010 by 7 days. What else? Conrad Murray was convicted of involuntary manslaughter of Michael Jackson. He was convicted under that new tough California penalty. Kill a superstar, get an ankle bracelet. Yeah. One can only hope that his cellmate is a 300-pound man named Tiny. He was a big Michael Jackson fan with a poor attitude, a short fuse, and a huge dong. What else happened in the news? New York passed the gay marriage. Finally, gays can go to New York. They've been wanting this for a long time. I mean, now they can finally be part of that whole Broadway scene that they're so crazy about. God bless them. They can get out of Montana and Idaho where they've been hiding. So this is good for them. God bless them. I'm happy for them. Very happy for them. In California, here where I'm from, our ex-governor Schwarzenegger has an ex-wife, Maria Shriver. Apparently had a love child. And you know what? Shame on you. Shame on you, Arnold, for cheating on Skeletor. I wonder if when they used to make love, he'd get behind her and go, by the power of Grayskull, get down! What else? Big summer wedding. Kim Kardashian got married this summer. I personally don't think it will last, but that's just me. I'm a pessimist. What else? Snooki. Snooki has a new perfume out. Yeah, she just announced it a couple of weeks ago, and she wanted it to reflect her personality. So it smells like the Atlantic City Pier and Abreva. I think we have a picture of her mouth right here. There it is. Oh, that's nice. Look at that sore right there. That's beautiful. It looks like she needs a little waxing right here. Yikes. At least she was smart enough to name the perfume after herself. She just called it Snooki. That's easy enough. Unlike Britney Spears, who actually named her line of perfumes after what she smells like. Yeah, poor choices. And the backseat of a police car. In a related story, Lindsay Lohan decided to release a scent of her own. Prison cooter. 2011 also saw the debut of possibly the greatest artist since the Beatles, Elvis, and Michael Jackson combined. And of course, I'm talking about Rebecca Black. That Friday video, we couldn't get it out of our heads. I'm still singing it. And it was the only video, I think, in YouTube history that had more dislikes than views. I don't even know how you do that. People in third world countries that have never seen a computer hated this video. I loved it. I actually thought it was cute. She's 14. I thought she was adorable. It was a cute little stupid song and it was catchy. And I felt bad. I felt bad that, you know, all of these jerks just immediately jumped on the bandwagon and started making parodies and making fun of this poor girl. She's 14. And I don't think that you should be making fun of a... I don't think you should be making fun of a 14-year-old because this is the time of year when we all make plans and resolutions in hopes of being better people. I asked some of my fans what their resolutions were, and this is what they gave me. Brittany, my resolution is to be more like you. Really? Wow, thank you. Yes, all I have to do is turn off the filter in my head and say whatever rude thing comes to mind. Well, first of all, Brittany, you could be no more wrong. What you're getting right now is very filtered. Believe me, you're getting a tiny glimpse into what's really going on in here because you can't handle the truth. You don't want to know. And number two, bite me. Let's see. Millie's resolution is to lower the bar and enter 2012 with no expectations. Good for you, Millie. Stick with the game plan that got you into that double wide. Emily, my resolution is to watch every Brian's House podcast and tell your son that you are better than him. Of course, my son is the lead guitar player for Avenged Sevenfold. So this is a very lofty resolution. I'm behind you all the way. God bless you. And I sincerely hope that someday you do get a chance to tell my son to suck it. Carrie. Carrie wants to become a bearded dragon breeder. Well, so I guess that's supposed to be funny, but in all seriousness, be careful, because when you breed bearded dragons, their beard can tickle your back. At least that was my experience. Patrick, My resolution is to use a shake weight in my left hand while I'm masturbating so my muscles stay even. You want to know what's weird about that? I perfected that technique in 2009. Look at this. Perfectly matched. That did not happen by accident, my friend. Okay, you know, if you are going to make a resolution, let me give you some advice. Be realistic. I see people making resolutions that they can't possibly follow through on. So don't set the bar too high. For example, don't say, okay, I'm going to lose 50 pounds this year. Instead say, I'm going to try not to eat so much that I can see my ass when I look over my shoulder. Don't say, I'm going to do some worthwhile charitable work. Instead say, I'm going to do my best not to leave marks on the children. Don't say, I'm going to stop urinating in the kitchen. Instead say, I'm going to do my best to stop drinking hard liquor before 10 a.m. Don't say, I'm going to stop spending so much time on Facebook. Instead say, I'm going to text less while I'm having sex. Of course, I never text while I'm having sex because, well, my free hand's busy with the shake weight. So, as for me, you know, I make resolutions every year because I want to do everything in my power to be less like myself. I think the hardest thing is the follow-through. You know, and scientists did a study on this recently. They found that 1 week after January 1st, 90% of people were still following through on their resolutions. And 2 weeks after January 1st, they don't know because the scientists gave up the study. As for my resolutions, you know, I'm keeping my fingers crossed because I have made and broken the same resolution since 1993. This is going to be the year, as God is my witness, that I do not try out for cats. Don't try to talk me out of it. Not going to do it this year. If there's a Bye Bye Birdie revival, try and stop me. One boy, one special boy. That's wrong. That's wrong. Don't be like me. Oh, what else we got here? I think my main resolution this year, I'm just going to try to be nicer. I really, in my heart, I really want to be a people person, and I'm not. I hate people's guts. I hate pretty much everybody. And I just want to be different, though. That's no fun, you know? When some little dipshit 15-year-old asks me, what's it like to be the father of a rock star? You know, I want to say, gosh, it's neat. Instead of, you know, what I probably will say, which is, beats the shit out of being your dad. I don't know. We're all going to stop anyway in a couple of weeks, let's face it. So in February, when you're back to smoking, hitting your kids, and you've gained another 10 pounds, look at the bright side. At least you're not a dick like me. Thanks for stopping by, and do me a favor, click the subscribe button up above. Go there and subscribe to this. The podcast will come to you every week automatically. Thanks so much. Happy New Year, everybody.
There was so much to see at Brian's house, but now he wants us to leave. Leave Brian.